Hi everybody, welcome back to John's Comics with Kids. I'm Kate and this is Charlie.
Today we're going to be doing our spoiler-filled Wonder Woman 84 video.
So personally, I would give the movie a 7.5 out of 10 because I don't really want to give it an 8 and it wasn't quite a 7, so.
I would probably give it a 6, maybe 5.5. I liked that it was very original, and I liked that it was a lot about truth and that you don't cheat, and whenever you cheat there's always going to be a consequence. But then again, I feel like there were a lot of questions that they never really answered.
Well, I was kind of frustrated by the fact that the entire movie, I feel like the entire movie for me led up to when she got her cool costume.
Yeah.
Because I was really excited for that. And then she just she had the wings and Cheetah was, coming at her and she broke some of them and then she just threw the wings. And she didn't use them. And then
so
Cheetah
cool.
didn't really become Cheetah until near the end of the movie, which was I kind of wanted to see her as Cheetah for a lot more than just 2 scenes,
Some of the things that I really didn't like, at the end when Max says, "I renounce my wish," and you see everybody in the world who asked for things say, "I renounce my wish," then you don't see Cheetah renounce her wish. And you see one last scene of her. She's not in Cheetah form, but she's still wearing everything that she was wearing when she was like Diana. And you don't hear her say it, "I renounce my wish." And then you never really see her again. And then the end movie kind of ends. So I think what really threw me off was what happens to her.
The things that I liked about the movie, I liked that well, the bad guy, I thought he was a really interesting bad guy. And I did like how Cheetah still was cool, she still fought things. The only thing I didn't like was that she wasn't actually a full cheetah.
Yeah.
Until the end.
I really liked the part where she said, "I wish I was like Diana." Because the moment you see that, you're like, well, she's obviously now, something's going to happen and she's going to ruin everything.
Yeah, she's like, oh no.
I feel like most of my favorite parts of the movie were the fights were really cool. Like the one with Cheetah, I think that was one of the most intense ones. Because, you have Cheetah and she now has Diana's power. And Diana has the same power, so how is it going to turn out,
I liked the one in the White House a lot. Because Steve had a part in it. I feel like everyone really had a part in that. And
yeah.
You could see she was getting weaker, Wonder Woman was, and it's an important part in the movie where she realizes,
that she's losing herself for someone else.
Yeah. The scene was cool, and then the fact that Cheetah went in and saved him was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I really hate that Cheetah doesn't really realize that Max was technically just using her.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the special effects.
Yes, oh my gosh. When she was flying through the air and grabbing onto the lightning bolt, that was so cool. So, about Steve Trevor and Diana's love story, well, I'm happy that they got to have an
actual goodbye.
Yeah, they got to say goodbye to each other. They got to have a little more time with each other. They solved something cool, they just had fun with the last few days they had together. And it wasn't like the last time where he blew up in the plane and she couldn't really do anything about it because she was fighting Ares, but she actually got to say goodbye to him. And
I feel extra bad for Diana because she got to see him die and it's go away twice.
And then she has the choice to wish him away, which is very hard for her.
I feel like it really is kind of important for her to realize that she just has to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be with her because no matter what, there's always gonna be a consequence. Because you see in the party scene, all the guys are hi. And she's like,
hi.
No, sorry.
She's like, oh, sorry, I'm doing something,
Yeah, they're all hi.
She says she hasn't dated anyone to him, I think.
Yeah, because she still is holding on to him.
Yeah, so then she lets him go at the end, and then she defeats the bad guy.
It's like an
opens up.
when he lets go of the house.
Yeah.
And
he goes with Russell, you know.
And he has a happier life.
Yeah.
There was a scene at the end, though, that I want to talk about. Kind of a spoiler scene of this girl where there's a pole that falls, and she catches it with her hand, and you see a little flash of golden
She's
bracelets.
wearing a cloak like Diana has that's
And
dark
in the
blue.
first movie, and she has these bracelets.
Yeah, you could
And
see
then
her bracelets a little.
She turns around and someone's talking to her, and at first sight you would think that that's old Wonder Woman, but then you realize if Wonder Woman was back with Steve and everyone, and they're all dead, she hasn't aged. So
Yeah.
how long?
But who was the person?
Well, I know the actor was the
Okay.
girl who actually played Wonder Woman in
Yeah,
the
it
first
was Linda
TV show.
Carter, the
Yeah.
person who played Wonder Woman in the really old TV show, the first Wonder Woman essentially on TV, and they gave her a name that started with A, I think, Arya or something. But she catches the pole, and the woman who had a baby in her carriage, the pole was gonna fall on her baby, and so when she caught it, the lady came over and said, "Thank you so much. Like, can you?" Thank you. Like,
Who are
thank you
you?
so
How'd
much.
you
Who
do
are
that?
you? How did you? Yeah, how did you do that? And then she turns around and
She just says, "I've been doing this a long time."
yeah,
In the
essentially.
middle of the movie, I think, Wonder Woman tells Steve a story about a girl who once, when the women were first made, the men started to attack them because of Ares. And then, but they said that they couldn't get away because there was one person who had to stay behind. And she had golden armor, which all the Amazons took their armor and made it into one piece of armor, suit of armor with wings, and she stayed behind to guard while everyone was getting her. Then no one really knows if she died, but then when they came back to find her, they only found her armor.
And then Diana has it.
Yeah, Diana keeps it. So I think, and there's one scene where we only see her eyes. That's the only part of her face we see.
Yeah, she looks up.
And you only see her eyes, and they're kind of greenish. And then the end scene, that girl has the same eyes.
Yeah.
So I think
We were thinking that
that's
maybe
the same
the same person. So thank you everyone for coming. This was our review of Wonder Woman 84. It was packed with spoilers, and I hope you enjoyed our review.
Again, this is Kate, and I'm Charlie. And make sure to catch us next week on Saturday Morning Comics Live. Bye!